Hey everyone, and welcome to my very first YouTube tutorial. We are going to kick this off with a 32-ounce plump from the Tipsy Magnolia. We will be doing a two-color ombre, starting with orange in the center and a custom dark deep purple on the top and the bottom. I am going to slow down the video a bit on the second coat so you can see how I ombre these colors. I prefer, for the most part, for a base coat to go in with Delta Ceramcoat's acrylic paints, as I feel like I have more control in establishing either a blend or making the color that I'm actually looking for. Now that the first coat is complete, we are going to go in with a heat gun to get it dry before I go in with the second coat. All right, so here we are getting started on the second coat. I'm going to ensure that I have enough paint on all areas of the tumbler to ensure that it is still wet when I go in and do the blend. I'm going to keep my brush in the center of those two colors, and I'm either going to move the brush in the same direction around the tumbler, not wavering from being in the center of both of those colors. And the paintbrush is going to do the job for us. It is going to create that blend by either, again, moving the brush in the same direction around the tumbler, or even if you utilize a back and forth motion, the brush is going to blend those shades for you. So as I'm doing this top blend, I noticed that the orange is getting a little too dry and my brush is not gliding effortlessly. So all I'm going to do is apply a little bit more paint on one side of that brush and then go back in the center of those two colors and continue to go around the tumbler, again creating the blend. Once this coat is finished, I'm going to go in and dry with my heat gun. Now that everything's all dry, I'm going in with Southern Belle's foil adhesive. This is my absolute favorite way to apply glitter. And once I get the cup fully coated, I'm then going to stipple around the entire tumbler to give it some texture. Now, this is not going to affect texture in your glitter. It just, in my opinion, helps with adhesion. Now back in with the heat gun until the full adhesive turns clear. Just be sure not to hold heat on one spot for too long. Let's get started on our glitter mix. We are going to start with Figgy from Peachy Olive Glitters. I am measuring with my heart here. Going in with Mauvulous from ChaseRae Glitters. And then Flannel Shirt, also with ChaseRae Glitters. And I'm going to add some of either three of these colors until I get the right color that I'm looking for. For the orange section of our tumbler, we are going in with Blood Moon, which was in Glitter Pack 98 from PDB Creative Studio. To start with the orange glitter, we are going to aim in the center of the tumbler, going pretty heavily. Then we're going to tip our tumbler down and gently tapping our glitter shaker to allow the glitter to cascade into the purple section. We're going to do that same step, tipping the tumbler in the opposite direction so that we have a perfect blend into the purple section on top and the bottom. To apply our custom mix, we are going to go heavy around the rim, tilt the tumbler, and gently tap that purple right into the orange section, and then repeat the same steps on the bottom. At this point, I'm pretty happy about my blend going on here, and so I'm just kind of letting that custom mix rip, and then I'm going to get the bottom of the tumbler so we don't forget about that. Once you're done glittering, you're going to tap the tumbler off well and then roll up in some parchment paper just to flatten everything out. Now I'm going to seal with a 50-50 mix of glitter glue and water, starting in the lighter section and working my way into the darker section. Once this is fully coated, I will let it sit and dry for 3 hours and then go in with 2 coats of fast cure epoxy from Flynn Sisters Supply Shop, doing a light sand in between each coat. As I work on this template, I wanted to add that my first coat of fast cure epoxy was 30 milliliters. I did a light sand and then I went in with a coat of 15 milliliters and then sanded again to ensure that I had a smooth surface to work with. This tumbler will have 3 hourglass shaped vinyls that I got from Slide Hustle. To help me with placement of each of the hourglass vinyls, I took the dimensions of my tumbler and I created a square in Cricut Design Space. I sized that square to the dimensions of my tumbler and I divided that by 3, which is going to give me 3 separate sections to put these vinyls in. Here is the first of 3 of the hourglass shapes. I am just adding the transfer tape and you will see on my tumbler that I have a rectangle where there's no vinyl. Now this is where the hourglass is going to go. I have put markers at the halfway point on the tumbler and also of the halfway point on the top and the bottom of the hourglass shaped vinyl as well, so I could line it up. Here I am applying striping tape to the edge of the rectangle of my template, so when I remove it, I know where the start line was. With the area that each hourglass will be going into mapped out, I will apply the next 2 as I did the first. While I continue to add the hourglass shapes, I figured this be a good time to let you know that all products used will be provided in the description below. After I remove the striping tape, I'm going to press firmly on the top and the bottom of the vinyl and then use the edge trimmer from Belle Customs just to clean up both the top and the bottom of my tumbler. Now we're going to go in with a very thin 15 ml coat of Flynn Sisters Fast Cure Epoxy here. I normally would have pinstriped this before a coat of epoxy, but due to some of the areas of the hourglasses having white on them, in order for me to cover those and keep a cohesive shape, I needed to ensure I had a flat surface to work with, so I did not have creasing in my pinstripes, knowing that I would be on the vinyl and then off the vinyl to keep that shape. All right, here we are after that 15 mLs of epoxy and a light sand. I'm going in with my favorite striping tape, and I am going to now apply around my hourglass shape here, and I'm being very careful to ensure that I apply it in a way to not only keep the shape but make it so that I have the right distance between my two different colors and sizes of my pinstripes, but also so that I'm covering up those white areas I was talking about. I'm going to apply this striping tape around each hourglass around the entire tumbler. I just did not show it all in this clip. Here is a quick zoom in of the white areas that I was talking about. I want to ensure I get those covered with vinyl, which is why I added the epoxy before pinstriping. Here is one of many reasons why I absolutely love this striping tape. Not only is it see-through, but it also moves and acts like a stencil vinyl. Now here I'm applying my first pinstripe, and all I have to do is butt it up against the side of that striping tape, making the application literally effortless. When I go in to apply my second color of pinstriping, it's going to go on the opposite side of that striping tape, giving a cohesive gap between those two colors that I did not have to stress out about them being even or not. That striping tape did that work for me. I'm going to let this play while I get the pinstriping complete. Here I am just checking to make sure I've got that white area that I was talking about earlier actually covered with this orange chrome pinstriping. Now I'm going to go in and remove that striping tape in between both colors of pinstriping that I added. Okay, so now that I have that striping tape removed, I have perfectly spaced pinstripes. So here I am deciding how I want my pinstripes. Do I want them to stop at the top of the tumbler, or do I want them to stop where each hourglass stops? Now just taking a little test piece of pinstriping to see if I like it framed out completely or not. So I've decided I want my vinyl striping to end where each of the hourglass vinyls end. So I am using my striping tape here again, and since it's see-through, I am able to line it up perfectly at the top and bottom of each of the hourglass vinyls and trim off the remaining amount of pinstripes. Here I am going to work on the bottom portion of the tumbler. I found this cute little ghost on either Creative Fabrica or on Cricut Design Space. I don't remember which. I did add a bow on the top of the ghost to try to make it as cohesive as I could to the ghost on the vinyl hourglass. To tie in the colors I use for the pinstriping, I will be using the same orange chrome vinyl from TeckWrapCraft to fill in the little cute ghost bow, and then the same peach matte vinyl from TeckWrapCraft for my business name. For the bottoms of my tumblers, I don't always use the same logo per se. What I like to do is create something new for each one, and it's something that is cohesive with the actual design of the tumbler. So in this case, a cute little ghost. Now that the bottom is complete, going in with a thin coat of polyacrylic to ensure those thin pinstripes do not move under epoxy. Then we're going to go in with 2 final coats of Flynn Sisters Artist Cure, and then we are all done. Here is the final result. I hope you guys like it. Thank you for watching my tutorial, and if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Thank you.